Good afternoon, Mr. James. Could you please introduce yourself to the jury?
Yes, my name is Jordan James.
And could you tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. James?
Of course. I used to go to Marquette University. I was in the Jazz Flute program there, but I dropped out because it was just too hard. So now I'm a bartender here in Chuggy's.
What's Chuggy's? Could you tell us, Mr. James?
Yes. Chuggy's is Midland's hottest hotspot. Let me tell you about it. Located in a rundown shopping center, this upper lower side hotspot is the creation of Italian reggae singer Rasta Primavera, and this place has everything. Screaming babies in Mozart wigs, Muppets doing karaoke, ice sculptures, a shaved lion that looks like Mario Batali, and just when you think the fun is over, knock knock, who's there? It's a pack of Teddy Graham people.
Well, now that we know a little bit about Chuggy's,
Yes.
Mr. James, could you tell us, are you acquainted with Miss Dawson?
Oh, of course. Miss Dawson is one of my best girlfriends. She comes into Chuggy's all the time.
And how do you know Miss Dawson?
Well, I met Miss Dawson about a year and a half ago when she walked into my bar, and I knew that we were going to be friends ever since. We also play on a softball team together, which was a lot of fun. I hope we can do it this summer. But also, as I said before, Miss Dawson frequents Chuggy's a lot. She loves the bar, especially karaoke night on Tuesdays with the Muppets.
And so how does Miss Dawson act at the bar?
Oh, Miss Dawson, she's a doll. She usually comes in with a lot of people. Friends from school, friends from home. She is always buying drinks for everyone, but the thing that I love most about Miss Dawson is that she is always conscious about not driving drunk. She usually has a designated driver, or she'll take a cab, or in those few chances that she is a little tipsy, I'll ask for the keys and she'll hand them over right away.
Well, great. Now that we've heard a little bit about Danny, I want to talk to you about the night of September the 24th, 2010.
Of course.
You were serving the drinks that night, is that right? You were the bartender.
That's right. At Chuggy's, I'm the only bartender there. They're running into some financial trouble, so they can only have one, so I pour all of the drinks at Chuggy's.
And since you pour the drinks at Chuggy's, I know you were in court. We've had a few conflicting numbers about how many drinks Miss Dawson had that night. Do you know how much Miss Dawson had to drink that night?
Yes, I think in total, she only had around 6 or 7 drinks. I had some time to think about it. Only 6 or 7.
And do you know what time Miss Dawson got there that afternoon?
Miss Dawson got there in the afternoon around 2, right when I just opened up Chuggy's. I think she had a lunch interview and she came in. It didn't go that well, so she came in around 2.
And do you know approximately about what time Miss Dawson and her friends left?
Yes, they left around 1. I remember because Miss Dawson came up and signed her bar tabs.
And Mr. James, how was Miss Dawson acting that night?
Oh, Miss Dawson, she wasn't slurring her words. She wasn't stumbling. Me and Miss Dawson even had a conversation at the bar a few times. She seemed just like normal.
And did you see Miss Dawson later in the night?
Yes, as I said right before, she signed her bar tabs and left. I talked to her.
And how was Miss Dawson acting then?
Oh, well, as I always tell Dawson before she leaves, she looked fresh and sober.
Thank you, Mr. James.
You're welcome.
No further questions. Pass the witness.
Cross examination.